passes to where the family's sitting, throwing it down. A 3-on-1. Now Covington for three. Oh, and there's Stauskas to throw it down. Hold me back, fam. Stauskas all the way in, and he slams for two. Stauskas, wow, slamming for two. Stauskas for the baseline. Okafor wise to take advantage against the backup big man for Orlando. Backdoor's open for Stauskas. Stauskas with a hot potato. Well, he didn't call it, but you know what? It counts. Quick thinking by Stauskas with a shot clock running down. You tell Cleveland has really ratcheted things up on the defensive end as Stauskas. Sixers start the fourth quarter with Isaiah Cannon, Nik Stauskas in the backcourt. Okafor, Noel, and Hollis Thompson up front as Stauskas buries it. Stauskas, the former king, it'll count! Nik Stauskas! Take that, Sacramento! They average over 115 points per game. That's tops in the NBA. Stauskas given room, and he makes them pay.
The shot clock, they're trying to attack right away before the D gets set.
Stauskas drills the three.
Shooters and closing out at the very least, contesting those shots. Not a lot of open looks for the Warriors early on.
Vucevic gets the slam for the Sixers. Much better now on the defensive end. There's Stauskas rolling down the floor. It goes in, and a foul. Nik Stauskas. Good converging defense by the Sixers. Stauskas running the floor. Got it.
Persistence, and look at him, how he blocks 2 and 3 times. So impressive.
Stauskas, quite a play by Nik Stauskas. Slide. Rookie free agent out of Arizona on a rope delivered beautifully by McConnell. Where do the Sixers go for answers in the offensive end with Okafor on the bench? It's Stauskas. Stauskas all the way to the cup for two. Position guys. And
you're the traffic cop.
You're the quarterback, right?
Absolutely. You've got the best vision on the floor.
And they are 10 of 23 from beyond and well on their way to breaking a 4-game losing streak, both overall and on the road, as Nik Stauskas. That would be out of the playoff picture. They're just 4 games behind as Stauskas. Stauskas. All right, Molly, we thank you so much. Nik Stauskas. Back to one season for Paul Hewitt. Stauskas for three. Yes!
Well, we highlighted him in the open. Just he's 12th in the league in block shots.
At 6'8". The Sixers have the rebound. Stauskas alone for three. Got it! Stauskas setting up Noel.
Good decision by Ish. It was 1-on-4, him being the lone Sixer.
And Stauskas buries the three. McConnell secures it. Stauskas, it is for three. Stauskas for three. Yes.
But that's a tenacity that you can develop. Nick right now working on that.
There you go. That's what you're talking about.
Stauskas, good find. Sixers holding for the final shot. Stauskas, 18-footer. Nik Stauskas has the ball. Hadn't made 3 so far tonight. That's a specialty. Stauskas.
What a pass by Corey Joseph.
Here's Stauskas the three. That's what he does.
Is that leather or pleather? What do you think?
That's leather.
Is that legit leather? I got to ask him.
65-59, and there's Nerlens Noel in the third. Nerlens Noel, nice cut by Stauskas. Marshall, and he finds Stauskas. And
good defense that time by Noel. McConnell just perhaps forcing it a little bit too much on that last exchange. Good find by Stauskas for a running Jeremy Grant.
He has improved his offensive game every year he's been in the NBA. Nice give and go. Stauskas This is a 2-on-2 with McConnell and Stauskas, trailing Cannon. One more for a Stauskas three. Good ball movement. Stauskas for a three, and down it goes. Nik Stauskas.
And you don't want to go to that turnover well too often, Mark, because what happened the other night, the Mavericks allowed us to stay in the ball game. Indiana may not be of the same thinking.
And that's last in the NBA. Stauskas for a three. Got it. Hayward's trying to find a shot tonight. Stauskas against Hayward. All the way to the cup for two. The beautiful finish with the left hand by Nik Stauskas. Stauskas. Well done by Nik Stauskas. Covington intercepts. Stauskas on the run. Lays in two. Since the two-game absence because of the bruised knee. Sixers come up with Detroit's third turnover. Stauskas. Joe Pressey now with Nik Stauskas, who's back into the game. Stauskas, tough two with a left hand. And Alla for Stauskas as a beautiful feed. Stauskas to Okafor for the slam. Nik Stauskas.
No pump fakes. Nik on two drives, and that time Rashawn tried the pump fake once.
Another very athletic move by Nik Stauskas on a good defender, P.J. Tucker, who fouled him. McConnell for a plunging Jeremy Grant. Stauskas taking the taller Singler. Oklahoma City now by 8 for the first time. Stauskas for a three, and down it goes. There's Stauskas teeing up a three. Stauskas adding two more to his career high. Sixers only one to shoot. Stauskas buries it from beyond. Here are the Sixers trailing by 7. Stauskas got it.
Stauskas.
Well, if Philadelphia would have a lead in this first quarter, don't get too excited. Stauskas from the outside for three.
He's running with Stauskas. Stauskas slams for two!
Nik Stauskas.
Nik Stauskas with 17 points off the bench.
It's one heck of a hot seat to be on, 92-82. Stauskas hard, left-hand drive, gets to the rack.
The press table after the miss. Here comes McConnell. Wide open. Here he is. Ooh. Almost hurt himself. Didn't make that one. I'm out of here. McConnell with the steal. Finds the shooter, Stauskas.
Oh my goodness. Jaleel off the bench, 20 minutes, 6 for 9 from the floor, by the way. Stauskas is not going to be 0 for 5.
Here is a spin move by Stauskas. The aforementioned Smith will shovel it back to Stauskas, and he hits a three-pointer. Stauskas off the driving kick from Ish Smith.
Stauskas doubled, lost it, got it back, then we'll flip it in. Stauskas connects. Excited he was to be playing in front of friends and family, how great it is. There's mother and daughter, get to see every game because he's a hometown kid playing on a hometown team.
Will beat the Nuggets twice this year. Inside, Stauskas, extra pass. Finishing ability, a big key for Moutier as he progresses. He has 6 points here in the first quarter.
Okafor screens for Stauskas. Inside for Noel.
Under 4 minutes to play in the half. Stauskas, good defense by Beal.
His shot looks good. Away by Houston last year, then goes to Oklahoma City.